hey, thanks for watching these Less is More episodes. We really appreciate it. Even though the first few episodes are still 3 or 4 years old, we do believe that the content is timeless. So please keep that in mind while watching. Thank you so much. Enjoy. This is my favorite single-player game ever. And it is because of the following less is more reasons. Let's dig in, shall we? Less is more. The phrase refers to the idea that limiting one's knowledge or capabilities could actually increase the effectiveness of their experience. Entertainment such as music, games, or movies aren't just about getting your audience from A to B or beginning to end. It's about how you get them from A to B. This is why certain things succeed and fail to captivate an audience. Resident Evil 1, the remake, does a fashion good job of this. I love talking about this game because it's one of my favorite single-player games ever. I feel like the title Resident Evil has become like a used to be popular pop star that nobody likes anymore. His early stuff was unique and great and like nobody else's. But then he started doing what everyone else was doing, only worse. And just because he had like one epic hit or success, he became blind to his own content and could no longer see the error of his ways. And album after album after album, he just kept. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've given them all a chance. I love the franchise. It's like my favorite sports team. I will never leave them. And maybe they know that. Those dirks. So why is this a less is more? Well, it's because of its limitations. This game limits the player in ways that no other game has that I know of. And these limitations enhance the experience of the player, in so much that they will affect you for good or for worse. We will see how taking things away from a player makes them second guess, makes them think, makes them feel unprepared, makes them care. What? Why the fetch? Would you want to second guess yourself? Next thing you'll be asking to third guess myself. I don't know. Why would you want to overthink or feel unprepared? Well, going through these emotions is key to any story. It increases your satisfaction when relief finally arrives. Have you ever gone a long period of time without water and then finally getting it? Nothing tastes better. Nothing. An onlooker might say, dude, chill, this is a glass of water. But you know what the glass of water means to you because of what happened to you previously. So limitations and difficulties are good for all forms of entertainment. So what are these limitations and how do they help? Well, there's lots. Get out your duotangs because today's list has 6 points on it. 1, I'm out of bullets and so are they. Number 1, limited ammo and enemies. There is no infinite respawn for enemies or ammo in this game. Which means, whenever you get ammo, healing herbs, or kill an enemy, it does not respawn. There is no infinite healing well, ammo cache, or monster nest anywhere. So you have to make decisions like, should I kill this guy, or should I try going a different way? If I get caught out, where do I escape? This first limitation on its own forces the player to make quick calculations or judgments with every single encounter. Love it. Okay, number 2 and 3, we're gonna put them together. I can't fetch and see or move. Number 2 and 3, Resident Evil is one of the only franchises I know of that has fixed camera angles. To some, this could be a frustrating experience, especially when you enter a room and all you can see is this. I hate this game. And by hate, I mean I love it. Once again, things like this force the player to stop, think, listen. All these gimmicks kind of corner the player into behaving much like a person would if they were in the same situation. When I first played it, and tell me truly if you didn't do the same, every room I entered was followed by this. Silence. If I couldn't see, I sat as still as possible. Told my friends to shut up, I'm trying to hear the zombies! Most enemies make subtle sounds as they are idle, so it was a decent strat. But not only that, some angles make it easier to be surprised or to get lost. If you were really in this mansion for the first time, you would get lost. You would think before every step. You would not perform optimally. Some people hate the controls too, because pressing up on the D-pad makes you go forward, like no matter the camera angle, and it kind of confuses people to the point of when they are panicking, they just can't. Oh, what do I do? Fashion run! I'm trying! Realistically, your character would flinch. They would stumble, or forget which way is which. When the adrenaline's a pumping, your compass is dumping. Yeah, let's see you do better. It uses an unrealistic mechanic to create a realistic feeling. And I'm okay with that. The game is trying to make you feel the way a real person would in this situation. Disoriented, confused, scared, unsure, trapped, lost. And it succeeds. Number 4, my bag is too full. Limited space and inventory. In my opinion, one of the biggest flaws of Resi 6, among many other games, was the inventory. You could carry every gun with its accompanying ammo with no drawbacks. And when your partner picks up a new gun, you also automatically and instantly get that gun. How broken is that? That's just fast food gaming. It's a cheap and convenient mechanic that promotes laziness and lack of creativity. At least in 5, you had to share guns and decide, who worked better with each gun. Okay, seriously, that game was actually a lot of fun when you got somebody. Inventory is one of my favorite things in a game. Just the inclusion of an inventory promotes decision making. What do I keep? What do I sell? Drop? Leave behind? I love Resident Evil's inventory because it's so small. Jill can hold 8 items and Chris can only hold 6. And having a gun plus its ammo, which is always the case, takes up 2 of those slots. So basically Jill has 6 and Chris has 4. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. All the healthy, frustrating problem-solving choices that will need to be made because of this limitation. I would play another Resident Evil just like this one with only 4 inventory slots and with only a knife. Like you may find one gun or something and you could put a small melee or melee spin on it that gives you creative ways to kill enemies with knives or something. To me, that would almost be an improvement because the risk is greater. But to a lot of people, this is unheard of. Look, I'm not saying take away from the game. I'm saying hone in on something. Like inventory space or melee/knives and build upon that, increasing the experience but removing more of the freedom. Don't get me wrong, there is a line to this. You can't just take and take until there's no game. But what I am saying is find a good balance of risk and reward, but with more emphasis on the risk, like 80% risk and 20% reward. I feel like almost all the games nowadays is 90% reward and 10% risk because it teaches people nothing. It's stupid. So 80% risk, 20% reward. Yeah, I think that bodes well for me. Welfare, why would anyone want to shrink their inventory space? Well, what happens when in real life you have very little? Or what happens when your mom could only afford to give or buy you one toy? One thing each year for Christmas. That toy means more to you. Oh, by the way, this is Rusty. Had him since I was 8. Say hi, Rusty. Shh, no, back in the closet. The smaller your inventory, the more you value your items. The more the game is forced to make every item count. Every bullet fired, every health item used. It promotes thought and emotion. This is why when you play a Resident Evil game, you get so excited when you find the shotgun, because compared to the handgun, it's much more powerful and you feel more confident. In a million other games, they'll say, oh, first shotgun is the second worst thing in the game. The best gun in this game is a BFG Death Star laser that kills everything around. You see? All skill. Back off, fast food gaming. Give me that spinach shotgun, that broccoli Beretta, that avocado launcher. This is starting to sound like a Jill sandwich. The shotgun becomes your stuffed animal that brings you your security. And then when you find that Magnum, oh, yes, I found it. Gun of guns, my saving grace, the very gun foretold of, destined to defeat the boss. As soon as you find that Magnum revolver, it becomes the main character. You are no longer the star. You just become this vessel that has to take it to its destiny. That's how the Magnum makes you feel. It's like a pot of gold at the end of a pain bow. All right, number 5. Limited saves. Limited saves? What? Is this... In this game, you find ink ribbons. They come in 2s or 3s, and they take up an inventory slot. They allow you to save your progress on typewriters that are few and far between. This is the only game that I have ever played where you can legitimately ask yourself, while standing next to a save point, should I save it? Saving uses up an ink ribbon, and this kind of goes along with the inventory and items part. Once again, promotes thought and care, thinking, and problem solving for yourself. Anyway, I don't want to repeat myself, but this is good. It's a unique and amazing little thingy that perfectly complements the game. I just can't see any other way of saving a Resident Evil game. What about I'll save? It's so nice to restart exactly where you died. You mean no consequence for your mistakes? Fast food, depending on the game, but most of the time, ask Mickey D's, my friend. Final topic. reusing locations. This is less is more because they're doing more with less. If you can traverse your way through a hallway 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times, and each time feels different or more dangerous, that's doing more with less. One of the main reasons Resident Evil 1 is my favorite is because of this. The game requires you to go back many times, and many times the monsters have gotten more dangerous or have been replaced with something deadlier, or you miss something and have to check it again. Interestingly enough, it doesn't feel cheap or reused. The mansion is ground zero, and as you start getting somewhat comfortable or, beginning to know your way around the place, you have to leave. And you're gone for like an hour or 2 of gameplay, and you find that fetching key you need and go, oh, now I can get back to that mansion. Oh, unlock the fetching helmet doors. But as soon as you re-enter, hunters. They are fast, they are strong, and they have a single attack that can kill you instantly. Whooshing! Even at full health. Knives and handguns almost become useless against these guys. It's just awesome. I just love this game. Albeit the acting and the story is abysmal, infamously quoted and ridiculed. But as a game, it's just so it's just so yummy. Like pressing buttons tastes good. Firing a single round is delicious. Defeating an enemy and clearing a hallway, that's therapeutic. Well, I hope you enjoyed this Less is More episode. I hope games start to revert back to these kind of trials and functionality. I just love how slow and thoughtful this game is. Not everything has to be a bucket of fat jumped on you. Fetch and go, go, go. Never stop shooting. Get all the items. Would you like fries, lad? Extra cheese. Make it a combo. Free refills. Fetch and count me in. I hope you have become more self-aware of your gaming diet and start to try new things and explore the idea that limitations, if done correctly, are healthy for a game and for your own real life as well. Cheap, lazy, instant, and unlimited gratifications are sucking the personality out of you. Appreciate the items in your own real life inventory, like your family, friends, and your job. And keep it small, keep it intimate. It will make your story much more interesting and satisfying. And healthy too! Damn! Special thanks to our sponsor, Guardian Tales Mobile RPG. Classic action-adventure RPG with cute pixel graphics. So cute, so chibi. It's got a unique story, loads of different themed chapters, full of fun callbacks and references to other games. Hey, that's Link's sword. Only he can pull it out of the thing. Apparently, there's more than 50 characters, over 200 unique equipment, and 10 different equipment types. Gotta try them all, yeah. And guess what? Guess what just started? A free summons event. Started September 26th. That was like last week or something. That was, players get like 10 free summons per day for up to 50 summons. 50 free summons. Feeling ugly? Change your costume, just like that. You get bonuses with equipment sets? What is this, Diablo? Maybe, because it's got multiplayer too, and not that fake multiplayer stuff from other mobile games. Like real-time multiplayer, 4-player co-op, or 1v1 arena action, whatever you like to do. You can do that thingy you like to do. The best part, it's got a whole new world, shining, shimmering, splendid, and a new 3-star hero, Bianca, the noble succubus. Remember, get your free summons. Go log on now. Get your free summons. 50 of them. Murder's 50 of them. That's a lot of free summons. What are you waiting for? Go get the stuff. Guardian Tales Mobile RPG. Click the button, put your fingerprint on it, and make it go. Download it from the cloud. It's free. Here it comes into your phone. And then the free summons. First you summon the game, then you get the 50 free summons. So go summon the game. What are you waiting for? Get the stuff. Guardian Tales Mobile RPG.